Hey y'all. Oh, I have my little bow tie. Day 7, I think. And the box is almost complete. So, just got some flours, a baguette, and some coconut water in an aluminum can, and bread with no plastic around it. I go to bakeries because at grocery stores, too much plastic. Can't handle it. Baguette moochers. She's so cute. So, just got back from all of our errands. It's the poor dogs. I guess, I don't know, poor or not, but they got to sit in the car for like 4 hours. It's because I had to go to a bunch of stores, look for stuff to make sure like I cut down my costs, and I'll show you what I found. And basically, it's our house now. So I literally have nowhere to leave them. So no matter what I do, I just have to plan that I do it where it's easier for them as well, and where it's kind of beneficial. So maybe like not do all the stores. With the rentals, it's a bit different because I do have to get the stuff. They totally were such good boys, and they were just sitting in the car and sleeping, and luckily it's pretty like not cold, not hot out. So, but I'll show you what I got at the stores. So this is today's haul, and basically the drop cloth is going to be my ceiling. So it's actually leak proof. One side is polyurethane, which is an insulation material that's somewhere in these walls, the spray. And I also got, so the reason why I got this is because I looked at like boards. So I don't want my van to be just full of wood. It's fun fact about me, and this will make sense when I talk about other things, is that when DVDs came out, I was very against DVDs because it's like, I love VHSs. I don't want to do what everyone else is doing. I was very against a lot of things that everyone else is doing just because everyone else was doing it. So the whole like wood paneling everywhere, I don't like it because everyone has it. That's my number one. Like, you know, like the slats, even if they're like white and brown or whatever color. I love like the wildwood type of look where it's like really just wood and just tinted. That I love. Anyway, I digress. So I bought this. I looked at like for the ceiling and for the walls if it was cheaper, but it would be like almost $200 extra just to like put a paneling on the walls and the ceiling. And I'm sorry, I ain't got that money for just like decoration essentially. So I honestly love my creativity because I try not to put boxes on anything in terms of what exists in the world, because I walked around the stores for hours. I was like, okay, the paneling is too expensive. It would be like $90 just for the ceiling. So it would be like, over $200 just for everything. That's a no. It was like, I needed under $50. Then I went and looked at bath coverings because someone had suggested. I was like, okay, because I asked at the materials counter at the hardware store for a roll of just white plastic, kind of like semi-rigid, kind of like lamination like material, but white. I was honestly thinking of paper mache. I was like, I'm just gonna take printer paper and just stick it up there and make it look nice. But that also didn't happen because one like sheet was $30. It would be like over $100 for everything that I need just for the ceiling. And at that point I had already decided that I'm gonna get paint for the walls. So I got paint for the walls. You can see screws, but whatever. It's gonna have furniture over it. And then this essentially came about of me. I was like, I would like my ceiling gray or white. It doesn't matter. I don't want it to look tacky. I was actually gonna go to the dollar store and get shower curtains, like the thicker one, the $4 the $4 shower curtains. In Canada we have a store called Dollarama, and when I moved to Canada like almost 10 years ago, it was things were like $1.25, $1.50 max. Now things are like $4. I'm like, I'm sorry, why are you still called Dollarama? Just like call yourself, I don't know, yourself dollar plus something. Anyway, I digress again. I walked around Home Depot this time. It was like wallpaper. My original idea, by the way, for anyone looking to do a van, is wallpaper because it's flexible. My walls are like this, and also, do you see that gap? I need to fill it because I had to skimp on the plywood there because I would have to buy another sheet of plywood just to make that work, and also the screwing into the wall, like the ceiling wouldn't be able to hold if I actually did them like this, more pieces, so I had to do just one piece and then connect it in the middle and keep going this way. So essentially work with what you've got, because at Kanaka didn't find anything that I needed. I went in, even to like, you know, the tarps that you put like over cars and things like that. I was gonna go for that, but my thing is I needed to look for other stuff. I'm like, things exist that are flat and wide. I'm gonna find them all. So I ended up finding some wallpaper actually that was also tacky, but just white, that I could paint if I needed to at Home Depot for the ceiling. And then I turned the corner into another aisle, and then I found this baby, and it's actually like, it's hard to see, but it's made out of cotton, like I said, and it's like a grayish whitish color. So it basically, and creamish, it combined all the colors that I wanted in the ceiling into one. Ta-da! So that's my haul. Also, that was my explanation as to think outside of the box. Wallpaper, melamine boards, if you have around you melamine rolls, like for contractors, they're, you know, like melamine, like IKEA countertops and things like that, or just counters, bookshelves. Underneath, it's compressed wood, like chips essentially glued together. That's why it's so cheap. It's not real hard wood. Granted, it has a covering on it, so that covering is a melamine sheet. You need like a special, I think, heat application thing, but honestly, get some glue. Just glue it. But some stores actually sell the rolls, so if people want to like add it or something, it's hard to find. Maybe order it online if you're not on a time limit. Melamine rolls, it'll have that. They have like the glossy kind, so you just have to like that texture. However, that is also an option. It's softer, so you can like bend it around corners and things like that. So just basically go with what you've got, because walk around this, it's expensive. If you do it the traditional way, it's expensive. Think outside the box. I'm gonna paint today, and I bought floors, so we have also visit secondhand stores, liquidation stores. We have a liquidation store where, like, let's say things get damaged on a train, on a fire, in a truck, whatever. The company, they can't use them in their stores anymore, and they claim it as insurance as loss, so they actually give it to stores like this one, and this store sells it for like super cheap. Also, secondhand stores, some of them are more geared towards like random materials, like, you know, even drapes. You can maybe use a, like I said, a shower curtain if it's nice, you know, those cloth ones, even as a ceiling or as a side wall. Just make it flush so it'll look like wallpaper, whatever. And call around. Also, I would suggest maybe some stores like that, and they might get donations that they can't use. I don't know if they'll just give it to you. It might be worth a try, essentially. And then, so I also got a fire hydrant. So the safety of my babies, my doggos, is the most important. And if a fire starts, what, I'm gonna just panic and scream and run around with my head falling off? No. An electrical fire, you can't put it out with water because things are gonna fizz and explode. Not explode, maybe. And so I bought an extinguisher. It's good. It was like $30, which I think is money well spent. By the way, this drop cloth was like $24 plus tax. So in Canada, it's like $28, let's say. Instead of over 100 for the ceiling. And this is 20 feet long. It's 4 by 20. Like, that's massive. I'm gonna have a bunch left over. I can probably make curtains. Cool. And then my last haul, this is getting super long. My last haul is this light thing. I'm gonna test it tonight. Their lights are, because I don't have an electrical system because I ain't got no money for that. But right now, I need light. Let there be light. And that's pretty much it. And also I've got these little, specially like for those boards, nails. I'm gonna glue this in and also nail it in, but I'll show you that later.
Friend. I got a friend. Don't eat it. Friends. Oh. Oh, friends. So cute. Did you make a friend?
Who decided to start painting when it's dark? This one. Oh, Tata, no! I'm painting! Day, whatever. 7, 8. Just woke up and the color is beautiful that I painted last night in the dark. Just like, maybe. But it's gorgeous. It's hard to tell. I'll get a better picture later, but it's like a moss. I don't know what it is. It's gorgeous. So day 7, 8. Not sure. Just a little tip. I painted last night and I wanted to reuse the foam roller or just the rollers in general because I didn't want to throw it away and waste it because it's not good for the planet. So what you can do, a little tip, is you wrap it really well. I use this like scrap plastic that I had from the drop cloth, and you basically wrap it like where it's kind of airtight and put it in the freezer, and it holds its like simplicity, whatever it's called. Like, it's soft still, it's not frozen, and you can actually just like put some paint on in the pan and use it again, and then when you're done you can wash it or put it back in the freezer. I've like, with rollers that are lint based, like with the little hairs, this is a foam roller, they are, and the reason why I use the foam roller is because that's what I had. I didn't want to buy more stuff in terms of like, it all comes with plastic, and it would have been easier, but I didn't want to be mean to the planet and buy more useless things. So anyway, this is a foam roller, but the lint ones, they don't freeze as well. Honestly, they do keep moisture, especially if they're not really well sealed. So don't do it like for its whole lifetime. Yeah, just a heads up. So the floors are going in and they're looking pretty good. They're vinyl flooring, and basically the reason is because they're waterproof. They're very light, they're durable, they're super easy to clean, they don't keep humidity, and I got them at one of those like secondhand shops kinda, where they put things that have been in insurance claims from companies that they can't use them anymore. So I got one of those. So this cost me so far about 2 boxes. Each box is about $35. With taxes in Canada, cost me $80 so far. And they're super easy and super forgiving in terms of like cutting and snapping in. I actually started backwards, like in terms of the snap in, but it doesn't seem to matter because it's really easy to do it either way. And also what I would recommend is, like, I don't know, I might just kind of put mine like a piece of nail just into one board, because you're not supposed to even glue them or anything, but I might just do that just because like there's so much gap. So there's gap, but that's okay. I knew that it was going to be there. It's going to be the bed, and it just kind of pops in, and you can knock it if it's not going in. If there's like a tiny gap, you can and it goes in. So day 17, I don't know what day. Today I'm installing my drop sheet ceiling. The walls are beautiful, and I was actually missing pieces for the floor, like literally 2. And I went back to the store, the secondhand construction store, and they had some loose pieces, and they just calculated how much it would be per the piece. So I was super lucky, fortunate that they gave me those pieces. Like, they let me buy them. And yeah, I didn't do much yesterday because I had a surprise birthday party for a friend, and then today I'm putting up the ceiling. I'll make it look good. Right now it's in construction, but I'm basically using nails, and it's really hard to hammer upside down. So what I'm using is, so I keep the nails like this, and then you take a nail with a plier. I take a nail, the plier like this. So you're not banging your fingers because it's really hard to see and concentrate while holding everything. And then you hammer it, and it's perfect. And it keeps it steady, because this you can actually position right above, right like next to the plywood. So that's that, and I'll show you the finished product soon. So I'm putting them there. I'm using glue for other parts. It's not working that well, but it's okay, whatever. I'll put some nails, because the nails you can barely see them. So I'll put just rows of nails. Right now it's like it's in a work in progress, but some nails there, so it's holding up. Yeah. Day 5501. I'm installing my roof vent today, and I finished my ceiling, so that's pretty exciting. So I made a makeshift wheel well. Basically, I kind of just like cut things out, not very perfectly, but I just want to protect this. I'm gonna like put stuff in under the bed. I just didn't want to break that. So I basically bought L brackets, which I didn't really know existed until like I did my other van build, but they're amazing, super handy for like everything. So basically I just made this little rainbow shape, and then I secured the rest. I'm gonna do the other one. So a friend pointed out to make installing the walls easier, we could have just done like trellises or whatever it's called. So you take a piece of wood or even cut up plywood thinly but long, and then you just run it all across, and you drill that into the metal, but then you have access to wood all throughout to drill your sheets into, and then you can also drill furniture into it. So because I can't drill furniture into this, like I'm just gonna play it by ear, drill it into the floor. Oh god, my floor is nice. I don't want to make holes in it. This is, you know, a learning experience. So learn from me. Drill the things into there. Don't just drill it into the car. Yeah, I'm gonna have to drill into the floor, because otherwise it'll just all fall. Kind of sad about that, because my floor is so nice. It is what it is. I made a choice. I made a decision.